You're probably thinking, why has Justin covered up the Ferrari? Actually, you probably weren't thinking that at all. But I bet you're thinking it now. There's a very good reason why I've covered it up. And that's because the other day I was actually making a bit of an effort and I was cleaning the car. And I took it out, I put it out here, I cleaned it, I left it looking amazing. It's never been so clean. And then, just as I finished cleaning it, it started to rain a little bit. So we had quite a lot of rain here the past few days, and it started to rain, so I brought the car back in. At that point, the hood was down on the car. You see, normally when I park the car, I always leave the hood closed, the whole car closed, because it's not good to leave the hood open because it can spoil the hood and it's a lot of money to replace should anything go wrong with it. So I always close it and leave the car closed up when I park it up in the garage. But I couldn't close the hood. It wouldn't let me do it. Let me show you. This is how it normally works. You just go open there, this button here, pull it forward, windows go down. Something's it's worse than before now. It's sort of got stuck there and it's not doing anything. Oops. This is actually worse than it was the other day. At least before, it actually opened up to a point. It actually sort of flipped up, which is what it's supposed to do. And now it's not flipped up at all. So anyway, so I spoke to the Ferrari mechanic yesterday, a guy called Marco, who's really nice. He works at the place where I bought the car. And I said, Marco, I can't close the hood on my car. And he said, Justin, you must reset the computer. It was something like that. I don't know if you're aware, but in Ferraris at the front, there's always a cut-off switch. So you can switch off the battery at any time. So he told me, use the cut-off switch, turn the car off for a couple of minutes, and then put it back on and see if the system resets itself and see what happens. I'm really worried now that hasn't. Actually, that's just sort of stayed half open. The car's making some funny noises at the moment. I'm going to switch the ignition off actually. So there you go. So there in the corner, that switch there, we literally just turn it and it'll switch off the battery. Turn it to the right. Marco told me to leave it switched off for a couple of minutes while the system resets itself. Such a nice evening. It's not been a couple of minutes yet. That should do it. I always find at this point it's quite good to say a little prayer. Please work. Right, let's try again. Oh, hit my head. The fuel flap works. It's not looking good. Nope. What if I maybe closing the door? That definitely didn't work. Well, I really thought that was going to end on a much more positive note today. I really thought that was going to fix it. Which means I'm going to have to take it to the Ferrari dealer. They're an independent garage called Marbella Cars Club in Marbella. They're really good there actually. So the only problem is, I'm not sure how I'm going to drive it there with the hood sort of half open, which is a bit annoying. We shall see. And it's going to be raining for a few days, so I'm not going to be going anywhere for a while. But yeah, rather unfortunate. And the ironic thing was that when I was cleaning it on Friday, I was thinking, wow, this car has actually been incredibly reliable. It's really, really good. And I just put my foot in it. As soon as I said that, a bloody car went wrong. Yeah. It is a bit strange because when I try and open it, it's trying to close, and when I try and close it, it's trying to open. So I think it's definitely a sensor issue. But a sensor on a Ferrari is a lot of money. I changed the ABS sensor recently. I think it was like €600, and that was one sensor, not two. So we will see what will happen. I'll let you know. It won't be till next week, I think, till I get this sorted now because of the rain and I can't drive it. So it depends when the mechanic can come here and check it out. So anyway, it was just to update you on the car, like to keep, you know, a proper record and tell you what it's like to own one of these cars. And although this one's actually pretty good, to be fair, it does have its moments like this where it does something a bit weird. So anyway, if you want to keep up with how it's going with the car, please subscribe, like the video, and I will see you very shortly.